G'day. Welcome to the Shit Dad podcast, where we hear fatherhood experiences through the eyes of average Aussie blokes. I'm Nick, father of 3 kids, 2, 4 and 6, married, and I am depressed now about how many Pokemon there are. There's like double since we were kids.
Can't remember them all. Oh. I'm Cam, husband of 4 years and father to a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I am an expert Lego builder.
Yes, I love it. So last episode we spoke to Scott, father of 2, with a story to tell of support through a tough journey and prioritising family time to make memories.
Now, if you're enjoying the Shit Daddery, find the follow button, keep the steam train full of bluey paraphernalia rolling. We're always open to feedback, suggestions and Shit Dad stories and Shit Dad jokes. So send those stories or jokes through to shitdadpod@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram messages at shitdadpod.
Jokes. Now, I've got a few things this week, Cam, but I want to start with the dad stuff quote. Do you have a dad stuff quote for us?
No, not this week, mate. I was going to look at yours.
Okay. I'm actually out as well, but maybe a guest got something. So this episode's called Dadsource Dynamo. So we're talking to Sam, the legend behind the Instagram page Dadsource. So Sam, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, cheers for having us on.
Awesome. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, mate?
Yeah, so 30 years old, father of 1 little boy who's progressed from his turbo rolling to turbo crawling, and, running a muck around the house. But yeah, I'm a physiotherapist on the Gold Coast, and decided to start up a dad's kind of space, I guess. Just thought that there was nothing really out there, and yeah, just documenting my journey.
Love that.
Nice.
Awesome. No, it's really good to have you on because we've been following you for a little while now, and you've got some really good stuff, mate. So we'd love to share your point of view with anyone who listens to the pod. Might be 10 people, might be 0 people, I don't know. It might be 1 million people, but it'd be awesome if you can help one person out there with what you're trying to get across. But we're going to start with something a little bit light today. So I'd like to kick it off with a bit of...
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. All right then. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Man, dead set. That was stuck in my head for about 4... Oh, I'm not even going to say in time. It was just like after last episode, it was stuck in my head all day, and it was glorious. But, yeah, so we're going to start off with our Fuck This Shit I'm Out segment. And I asked Sam prior to going on there if he's got a moment this week, and I'd love to kick it off with Sam.
Oh, look, top of the mind, actually. Like, it was actually yesterday, so spent the day down at the beach and, came home, jumped in the shower. Everyone's all clean, ready to relax, and, yeah, just thought, all right, August, it's time for you to run free and let that nappy rash kind of, air out a little bit.
Yeah.
Turn my head for at least like 1 second. I feel maybe 2. I don't know. He's made his way onto the carpet and let go just a steamer. It's just proper pile of shit just sitting there.
Amazing.
And looking at me with just a smirk on his face, and I'm dead set. This thing wasn't solid. This was a liquid steamer.
They always have to find the carpet, don't they? Bastards.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, you brought that up with me. The fuck this shit I'm out, and yeah, I mean that it was that. I just picked him up, put him in the shower, hosed him down. But I wasn't cleaning that one up.
Oh, that's all you can do too, isn't it? It's one of those times where you feel like you wish you could take the pressure cleaner inside. Doesn't always work though. But
that's it.
Yeah, that's a great one, mate. Good start. What about you, Cam?
Mine's actually happened tonight. So it's been a big week, big weekend. Normally we're really good when the kids go to sleep. We'll clean up, there's be toys everywhere and we'll just, pair off. One does the kitchen, one does the bathroom, one does the outside. Make sure everything kind of just looks nice again. But tonight after bed, my wife said, "Fuck this, I'm out." She's gone straight to bed herself. And I look around and I see crap everywhere. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not touching any of it. And this was also after I cleaned up dog vomit on our carpet as well.
Nice. It's one of those let it be, let it be.
That's right, yeah. So I feel you, mate, around the carpet issue as well.
Literal shit everywhere.
Yeah, any carpet cleaners, like, hit us up to get that stain out.
That's right.
I want mates rates because I'm gonna have you on retainer. Now, my F this I'm out moment this week came yesterday when I thought I was being top doggy daddy and disciplining my son to perfection. So he said some choice words to mummy and she wasn't too happy about it, and I just decided to get the dad voice on and get some I didn't want to go too hard, but he knows when I'm cross, and so he started running the stairs straight upstairs, no worries, and I was like downstairs going, yeah, that's right, and just to myself. And about 10 minutes I said, you stay up there for 10 minutes and think about what you've done. I don't want you talking to mummy like that anymore, as you do. 10 minutes later, I'm sitting there going, he is surprisingly quiet. And any parent knows if a kid is that quiet, it's not good.
Something's wrong.
So I've gone upstairs, taken the calm approach and been like, all right, are you okay, mate? Like, have you thought about what you've done? And he's just sitting there with like this grimace on his face. I was like, I just snapped straight away. I went from calm daddy to what the have you done, daddy? He's looked at me, taken one step to his left, and there was red crayon all over the wall. There was like 2 or 3 pictures on the wall. This is a 6-year-old boy, right? So he knows he is fucked up. Anyway, I was like, I got upstairs. I was filthy, and I was like, I almost chased him to his room because he knew I was pissed off. So I've run up the stairs and he's run to his room. Anyway, I've sort of followed him to his room and I've looked to my left and just gone, fuck this shit, I'm out. He's drawn arrows in red crayon from the stairs to his bedroom.
Just in case he forgets the way.
It was not
Horror scene.
It was literally a horror scene. But yeah, that's our moments this week. So if anyone else has a fuck this shit I'm out moment, feel free to send it through to us. We'll go through all our socials shortly. But I think it's time to get into this discussion for the week. You might notice that Sam is sounding like he's on the phone. It's 'cause he is. We're doing this meeting on Teams, like the businessmen we are. So basically Sam lives on the Gold Coast, but we still really wanted to chat to him. So we got him on Teams tonight for our maiden mobile interview. Mm-hmm. So let's if you're wondering why he sounds a little bit not the same as us, that's why. Right?
All right, let's get stuck in. So first topic of discussion, mate, pregnancy and first year. Keen to get an understanding, you're on your first baby, how that kind of journey's been for you, because we know there's a few things in there, things around the labour and things you've been through. So keen to hear about that kind of story that you've had.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like, so first baby, we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into with the pregnancy and stuff like that, because being a physio, you do kind of learn a little bit about it. But obviously for my partner, she was like reading all books, and she had a lot of podcasts that she was, listening to day by day. And then, I guess we did a calm birth course, as most people do when they don't know what the hell they're doing. And, it kind of all went well leading up to the birth. I think it was just one of those ones where you hear about all this morning sickness and aches and pains. I think you guys had this lightning crutch thing. Yeah. My partner had that as well.
Yep.
Had no idea what it was. Sort of made up.
It does sound made up.
Sort of made up. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a good one. But all this stuff and it was all normal up until I guess the actual labour itself, which happened on New Year's Eve, which was epic. New Year's Eve was all normal, I guess. We were just at work, working away, and partner was due. I think it was due on like 5th, January the 5th. But anyway, so got home and luckily didn't have too many beers that night, as you normally do.
On New Year's Eve, that's
flat out.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then New Year's Eve, she woke up to waters breaking, and I think I fell out of bed and then fell into the wall and then fell pretty much all over the house because there was just water and all of that. But yeah, so it turned in about 20 minutes. We were in the car and shooting off to the hospital, which was pretty intense. Started off all, I guess, no laws broken. But then by the end of it, I think I was running red lights and driving 40 and 50 k's over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Fireworks going off in the distance. Yeah, partner that walked in and she was fully dilated. So we had what's called a precipitous labor, which is a labor that and birth that is all done, all curtains at 3 hours or under 3 hours. So
Wow.
yeah. So and he was a big boy too. Like I'm 6'4", so wasn't really expecting a little pocket rocket. It was a 4 kilo boy.
Behemoth.
Yeah, he came out pretty quickly, so there was potential for some quite a bit of damage, but luckily there was nothing there, and yeah, it was all happy days. But I guess it was pretty stressful at the time because in my head, with all the training that I've had, I knew all the risk factors because physios, we deal with that stuff when there is some significant tears and whatnot that happen due to the not allowing the body to kind of morph or stretch, I guess, during the whole the course of labour. And yeah, I'm just there, just packing shit, pretty much, thinking, oh no, this is going too quick. But luckily, it was all happy days, and came out New Year's Day. So the lucky bastard's got a public holiday on his birthday, which is
easy to remember too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how old is he? You just got to count.
That means you got to pay him double time and a half, mate.
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
Extra birthday money.
That's it. Looking forward to the beers, though.
So did being a physio and having that background, you said you knew some things that could happen, or the stress that it has on the body. Did you think that made you more more worrisome because you know that, or did it give you a bit of safety in that you know from a more scientific side of it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes it's the less you know, the better. Like to quote a famous Tame Impala song, but yeah, really, I feel like sometimes because I know a little bit about what could happen. It's like anything. Like even sometimes when I get injured myself, I'm trying to diagnose it and trying to work it out, but I'm sure tradies out there that just get on with the job, whereas I'm just I should probably do this or that. But yeah, I think my partner Eliza, when she was going through labour, all this stuff that I think in the moment, when we were first there, it was all good, but I think the speeding in the car just kind of you lose all train of thought. Yeah, it was pretty intense, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I guess I was just going to and fro, just getting all stressed out, thinking of consequences, and then just coming back and knowing that she needs you as the kind of the rock or the grounder, or someone that can kind of pull her back from between contractions and whatnot.
Yeah, right. And so that was obviously an intense birth. What kind of things did you do personally to prepare to become a dad?
Yeah, so I've read a few books myself. I was interested in, I think there was a book called Becoming a Father, or the Fatherhood for Dummies. I read that one. Read a whole bunch of books. There's a good website that a friend gave me that kind of find books online. Downloaded them. This one was almost there we go. Redefining Fatherhood.
Yeah.
Which was a book about how fatherhood has changed from the way it used to be to where it is now, and I think that's what probably brought me to thinking, Dadsource could be a bit of a thing that the way that fatherhood is these days where dads really want to be more involved in their raising of their kids. There's almost that complete change in direction of the way that my dad brought me up. So I'm not sure about you guys, but yeah, that's it was all about secondary caregiving and providing, and too much about being there around the times when you want them there, like dinner time and whatnot.
Yeah, much more kind of active role. I think a lot of dads these days, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I think it might even be the reason why there is quite a big. I feel like there's a bit of a spike in anxiety, depression amongst dads, and a little bit of awareness that has been going, pretty well with men's mental health in general. But I guess, I think now that we're having to split multiple different hats, working, providing, but also wanting to be there, it almost creates a little bit of an undercurrent of anxiety.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you've got to, speaking of providing and all that, for your work, you've got to be physically kind of strong and fit. How do you cope when you get injuries yourself or any kind of dad injuries?
Or what's your favourite dad injury you've seen?
I've had a bit of conceiving injuries. They've been pretty funny, but I don't know if I can pass those ones off. But yeah, lower back ones from it's some been trying to conceive for the last 6 months, and I'll pull them back out type thing. but yeah, I think the standard one is just like the neck one from just holding the baby essentially, and the classic one is, I guess, the lowering the baby down into the crib. But that's just seems to put their body on the line. Yeah, they just put their body on the line pretty. It just gets them. I don't know. Like they come in here and then they finally open up and they're not even aware of what caused the injury. You have to really unravel it. But most of the time, it's just that crib is just set way too low for these dads. They're trying to lower that kid down and make sure they're still asleep.
That's right. Or pat them.
What about the tall guys?
Yeah, that's it. You got to get like a little doggy door for your kid or something like that. It's just doesn't work.
Wait, dad hacks is later, man. Save it.
Look, I'm full of them. I'll keep on going. We'll just note that one down.
Yeah, no, I'm going to write that for sure.
Yeah, right. So you definitely see those common kind of injuries for people coming to you. Is that like, first child or, with second kids as well? You notice that, a couple of months in, people are getting those injuries?
Yeah, so, I mean, first child is normally the lower back and also just in general kind of they're trying to get they're really stressed essentially, and they're coming in, and if they've got a little niggle, it turns into a big niggle, whether it be shoulder pain or whatnot. But the dads that have been around, they've got a couple of kids. They're generally the ones that are going back into a particular exercise. They're trying to regain their fitness. They're trying to lose the dad bod, so to speak. They're trying to return to what their peak level.
This is all too familiar.
These are the ones that tend to get like the plantar fasciitis, if you might have heard that.
Yeah.
Foot pain, the shin splints, the rotator cuff injuries. They're the ones that you get the more overuse sort of injuries because they're coming back from not doing a lot.
Yeah, definitely feel that.
Too relatable. This is too relatable.
And what do you do personally for yourself, mate, from a dad bod point of view to look after yourself?
Look, I kind of live by a bit of a mantra, and I guess, I don't know, it's something that my uncle kind of passed on to me. Like he always said something like healthy body, healthy mind, healthy work, healthy business or something. He's a bit of an entrepreneur himself. Bit of I think it's called Childcare Desktop or something like that. But he started that up from scratch, and I kind of I liked that, but took my own meaning on it. But so I live by, I guess, the 3 M's of trying to learn something new each day. So 30 minutes of reading, whether it be in the morning or the night. I get 30 minutes of exercise in, generally high intensity exercise, but some days you just want to go for a walk. And then 30 minutes of mindfulness. So I meditate in the mornings generally. It's always good to meditate as well when you're trying to put a screaming kid to bed. That multitasking.
What's your go-to meditation?
I think it's the grounding technique. I think the breathing styles, the 5 senses as well. So deep breathing techniques are probably my to calm things down. You can do it anywhere as well. Nice, but someone once told me as well that you got to look for things that are reoccurring in your day. So for me, it's archways or door frames or something like that, or washing my hands. So things that I do like regularly during the day, and I can just implement like a really quick 30 seconds of some sort of mindfulness technique that I've learned, whether it be deep nasal breathing or just feeling my feet in my shoes or something. But yeah, so every time I walk through an archway, I just it just jogs my memory a bit. So that's what I do on a daily basis. But yeah, shit hits the fan, and you're grasping at straws sometimes. Like there's not much you can do when your kid's screaming in your ear other than just breathe, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I've actually seen on your Instagram page, was it you with the little fella in the ergo doing squats at the park?
Yeah, that was during lockdown. Got to find a spot. Yeah,
love a good lockdown workout.
Yeah, no, that's it. You gotta find a time to do it, and give mum some space as well. So
yeah,
that's a biggie.
And do you think, because you're obviously very consistent with that approach, probably a lot more consistent than other dads, do you think because you do that and you prioritise that, make time for it every day, for all those 3 things, that stops you from getting stressed as easily? Or if we talk about our cup being full?
No, definitely not. I think no one's immune to it. Like everyone, no matter how stand they, I guess they're still going to have fluctuations, and it's more about just, I guess, being okay with those times and having those strategies. Like here I am verbalizing it with you guys, but some people out there that they have strategies, but they're generally not appropriate. I guess they could be raising your voice or walking out of a conversation or punching a wall, doing something crazy like that. But yeah, I guess I'm verbalizing my techniques, which is exercise, mindfulness, and all of this. But yeah, it doesn't stop me from getting stressed myself. Mm-hmm. I just know that I'm a better person when I do them. So
yeah,
I think it definitely comes from those like trying to seek those kind of strategies, I guess, because wanting to change who I was. I guess I was a bit. I don't know. I was a bit of a person that would walk out of conversations if they weren't going well, or bottle up emotions until it all exploded, just like most, I guess, people do or men do.
Yep. Very relatable. Everyone talks about the mother having the pregnancy journey, but the dad's just as important. Like, obviously, we're not carrying the kids, but we're there in a more of a support role until the kids are born. But we also like to talk mental health, and one of the massive reasons we got you on here to have a chat is your outlook on mental health is phenomenal. The whole point of your Instagram page seems to be to sort of stamp out the stigma. You brushed over it a bit before. Can you tell us what is Dadsource on Instagram?
Yeah, so the purpose is, like I mentioned, Eliza, she had friends, family members, everyone kind of inboxing her like, hey, you should watch this podcast or listen to this. And, you guys weren't around when I was going through pregnancy or anything like that. And all my mates are in Sydney, and I'm the first of my friends to have a kid, and families in Sydney too. No one's really inboxing mates, hey, you should listen to this dad podcast or read this dad book. And it just seemed like this endless stream of information for Eliza. And for me, like, there was nothing. I had to turn to Google and search, and there wasn't really anything out there for the Aussie dad. So like, stuff it. Let's just document what I'm learning, and I've got a little bit to put up there myself, and create, I guess, a page where the book can be wrote and people can find a little space for the, like, I guess, a mindful approach to becoming a dad. And look, I'm not an expert at all, but what I'm trying to do is to create an avenue for other dads to learn a little bit and, I don't know, have a laugh as well. But it's pretty much exactly what you guys are doing. But you're doing the podcast packaging. I'm doing like an Instagram page.
Yeah, love it. So, I was talking to you a little bit about it just off the air, and talking about helping dads feel in control and feel their worth.
Yeah. So I guess the problem, like I was just thinking, like the problem is that dads just feel as though they're overwhelmed. Like every dad can relate to being overwhelmed, time poor and stressed. And the whole idea of Dadsource is to feel in control, feel as though they're not failing, and just to feel as though they've got their shit together. Really, they're able to kind of turn to it and go, oh yeah, like how's this bit of advice? How's this bit of childhood development sort of thing? And yeah, shit. Like it's not just all about the kids and the mum. It's also about the dad, and you've got to be the best version of yourself. And if you're not looking after yourself, then that's definitely going to reflect on your whole family. And if you really care about them, then yeah, just start working on yourself. And the whole idea, is to give, I guess, a little bit of a place where people can gain inspiration, I guess. But like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just putting my thoughts out there. Hopefully, it resonates. No,
it's good. We've had a couple of guests now that have spoken through sort of figuring out yourself and delving deep into your own sort of issues first. But it's really important to voice them as well. But we're talking to a couple of guests as well about postpartum depression in men. So do you have anything to add on that one?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think, there's some stats out there that I found interesting. And look, when we were going through pregnancy, it was when COVID was kind of kicking off, and it was interesting. I've got mates over in Canada as well that had the birth of their child, that they were barred from actually going in and being there for the delivery. So
yeah,
and it was interesting because one of my experiences was that they weren't going to let me in for the first ever midwife consultation that we were going to have, which is kind of this ordeal. Like, I'm not that sentimental, and I didn't think it was going to be such a big experience. But like when you get told that you're not allowed to be there, just it just felt a little bit weird. And yeah, so it's interesting because they screen mums for depression because they seem to think that it's true. Like obviously the mum's got a massive role to play, but I think they neglect the fact that dads, they have just as big a role to play in making sure that kid comes up and is raised really well. And like I said, the stats, there's 1 in 10 dads suffer postpartum depression, and 1 in 7 mums. But it seems like mums are gaining all the attention. And when you talk about postnatal depression, it seems synonymous with like mums, but yeah, there's dads out there suffering from it too. So yeah, I just thought I'd raise awareness, and it's okay to speak and to call a friend and chat. Like I said, I probably I don't know if I suffered myself, but yeah, I guess living away from your family and COVID going on and isolated from your friends, like I guess I probably have, but yeah.
It's always good to, like, you don't even have to call someone and talk about mental health, because it is a weird thing to talk about. Ring up your mate and go, yeah, I'm kind of struggling. Like it's okay to do that, but like not many guys are going to do that. It's better to just call a mate and talk about something you've got in common.
Yeah.
Just a normal chat with another bloke who you've got something in common with. It usually does the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I learned somewhere, I remember where I learned this one from, but it's ask 3 questions. So, like, you can call a mate and just, you know, generally you're like, oh, how's your weekend? Like, oh, yeah, it was good. And then you just ask another question, oh, yeah, how's your partner doing? Yeah, she's, having work, this and that. And it's real superficial, but if you stay on topic and ask 3 questions around that specific topic, so, yeah, how's work going? Like, oh, yeah, it's pretty full on. Yeah, why is that? And you can delve a little bit deeper into the conversation and really kind of bring out, I guess, that thing that you were just saying there. You know, no one's going to say to you that they're struggling, but if you start asking questions, then maybe it'll bubble to the surface a bit.
It's like that duck analogy. Like most blokes do this. It's they look cool, calm, and collected, floating on the water, very all majestic and shit, and. But then you look underwater and the old feet are going paddling furiously.
Yeah. What the fuck am I even doing here?
What am I doing? Am I doing it right? Oh no. What's the missus going to say?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I guess if you think about it, like, I've had those thoughts, like trying to put the kid down that's crying and that only wants food to go to bed. Like, I don't have boobs, so I feel like that's it. That's case closed. Like, you know, you feel as though you're failing, but there's so much that I guess dads can do that they can help. And actually, in those early days, it's pretty full on, and I guess that's where the stat comes from. Yeah,
no, definitely. What are your thoughts on a bit of rough and tumble with the youngins, mate? Do you think that helps them coming from dad or mum?
Yeah, look, there's definitely benefits both ways, but it's interesting that the study that's laid you down in that.
Hello.
Sam, welcome to the show.
Hey, we're in the dark over here. Palm Beach has just gone full on Armageddon style. There's just 0 lights anywhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
stay safe out there, everyone.
I reckon, yeah. Well, in case anyone was wondering the change in topic, suddenly I've edited out most of it, but Sam had a massive blackout on his end of the line, and we've had to change it up, and I'm calling him from my phone now. So, Sam, where we left off was the importance of like dad's bit of rough and tumble with dad and cognitive development in the youngins.
Yeah, so there's I was just saying, there's actually it's good for mum to get involved as well. So it's not just dads, but a researcher down in Newcastle University called Emily Freeman. She's been kind enough to pass on one of her recent studies, which is looking at dad's play, and the systematic review as to, it's like the highest level of evidence as to what is actually happening with play and the different types of it, which I'll be kind of releasing, I guess, on Instagram in a sec. But yeah, so
live release, I like it.
But the whole thing is that it's cognitive development that that dads can actually enhance from just playing around at rough and tumble. So there are different types of play that that kids if they miss that from their dads, then they won't develop as fully as they probably should. So yeah, it was rough and tumble play, and I think there was one other one. Can't remember. I think off the top of my head, all my screens are down at the moment.
But, blackout playing havoc over there. No, that's okay. I did want to get your point of view talking about that. Your view on sort of changing hats between work Sam and dad Sam.
Yeah, so I guess work Sam is like seeing 50 clients in a week, and then you got to go home and then become the dad who's, and this is what it's touching on, I guess, that the difference between, the Redefining Fatherhood book that I read while my partner was pregnant, but the change from my dad and I guess your dad's as well, where you go home and instead of just put up stumps and your job's done, you've provided, you want to be want to be there, like eye level with your kid, playing with him and being present, I guess. And that's the role of the dad. And then as soon as the kid goes to bed, there's the role of, the partner, keep that relationship going, which is definitely, it changes. Obviously, you guys, I'm sure you're aware what it's like, pre-kids versus post-kids, the relationship that takes, I guess, a second fiddle to looking after the kid. And it's a bit of a juggle, like jumping all the time. And that's where I guess most dads kind of forget to kind of, put themselves first as well. Like, so there's, all your clients and you're working, putting every one of those clients before you, and then your kid, obviously, and then your partner. But you're forgetting to put yourself forward. So it's hard. Like there's only 24 hours in the day, and you've got to sleep as well. So
I was wondering to get your point of view as well on the other two hats that I was thinking about.
What are these?
They're a little bit lower on the and a bit more accessible on the hat rack, but it's the authority hat changing to the old Fun Time Johnny hat. So how quickly can you switch between Angry Dad and Fun Time Johnny?
That's depends, I guess.
Depends how bad, how naughty they're
on the situation, the context. I mean, if my kid's drawing on the wall with crayons and shit, it'd be pretty hard to reach down to that Fun Time Johnny hat. But,
Fun Time Johnny hat got burned that day.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's lost. But yeah, I don't know. At the moment, I'm not at that stage of parenting, but maybe. I don't know. What about you guys? Have you found it pretty hard when, you're getting to that stage where you're having to, actually mold your kids with some sort of discipline and having to go from authoritarian?
I find it an amazing feature of being a dad. Like mums find it a lot harder, I find. But the amazing part for me about being a dad is the ability to go from the kids think you're going to kill them to playing silly buggers and wrestling on the mat, and they know both of those characters, but they still have that, you've got that sort of umbrella of dad would never hurt me sort of thing, but they still know that when you're angry, they need to fucking run. It's phenomenal.
I did your dad voice for the first time, gave it a go. And it actually made my daughter cry. So my general approach is if they're playing up, and it's something I've learnt with the second one as well, is I try and just be patient. I really try and put a pause on the authority and putting that hat on. And the easiest thing for me is just go on full tickle. They think you're gonna get angry, and then I start tickling them, and they're like, "Oh, this is fun."
I'm gonna try that. Yeah, nice.
Doesn't always work. Shit Dad Pod is powered by Smashing Fibers Apparel. So check him out online or on Instagram and use the code SHIPSHITFREE at checkout for free shipping.
Awesome. So now, Sam, we've brought you in and we think you're going to go pretty well on this. No pressure, but we are going to throw you straight into the How Daddy You quiz. How do you think it'll go?
I'm looking forward to this, actually.
Outstanding.
I feel like I've grown and I've had a few injuries, so I feel like I'm going to be up there.
Awesome. We'll start off with your peak Sunday arvo activity. What do you got?
Oh, I love watching the footy.
Oh,
I love watching my Cronulla Sharks.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he lost out.
Going to lose a few from that one.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's a pretty common theme with a lot of guys. Sunday arvo footy. One thing you can't go without daily.
Oh, it'd have to be coffee. Like, I feel like I'm up to like six at least. I mean, is a double shot 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely 6 in.
Nice, yeah.
That's not healthy, by the way. Don't do that.
No, yeah. That's pretty out there. That's pretty excessive, but no judgment because we all got our own shit. What's one thing you do unintentionally that annoys your partner?
I just leave water bottles around in the house that are just like fully drunk, so they're just empty water bottles everywhere. And I think it's just looking back on it now. Actually, I'm just off the top of my head. It's probably getting back at her for the early days breastfeeding, where she'd just do the same to me.
Boobs around everywhere.
Well, yeah, no, it's just like I was like the water boy, just topping her up everywhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel like I'm just subliminally getting her back.
Go with that for sure. So I take it you do grunt when you stand up?
Yeah, and down.
And down.
Pretty much grunt all the time. Just doing anything. Putting my legs up now, I'm grunting.
Do you admire your lawn after you've mowed it?
I don't actually have a lawn, but I know that you've asked a few people this. First home, but I've got to buy my first home first. But there's a guy's lawn around the corner, and mate, he does a really good job.
I'll just go around the corner and admire that.
Yeah. I've got to go and admire other people's lawn.
Oh, man, for sure. You got to get amongst that. Now, what is your go-to daddy dinner?
Go-to daddy dinner? I guess at the moment it's Wheat Bix smushed in with banana and blueberries, but you can't give them blueberries you got to squish them as well.
Yeah.
Got to wash that.
Now, camping or trip away, are you going on the beach or are you going on the bush?
Go on the beach.
Yes, good answer. Rinse your favourite coffee mug or do you wash it profusely?
Look, I think I wash it and then put it in the dishwasher.
You're washing out all the flavour. The hell?
That's the most divisive one.
Sorry, mate. I said at the top that I love my coffee. I've got to keep it pure.
Yeah, fair enough. When you're having 6 a day, you got to keep it clean.
Yeah.
There'd be too much flavour. Hey, do you, whenever you walk outside and it's a nice day, are you one of those ones that just throws out, Jesus, day for it, mate?
Yeah, all day.
Good. All day. Yeah, it's constantly letting everyone know that it's a good day for it.
That's it. And if it's cloudy, it's going to burn off and be a day for it.
It's a day for it. Now, you said you like the Sharks, was it?
Yeah, well, that's where I grew up around Sutherland Shire, so Sharks are
You're a shy boy.
Yeah, I broke out, made it across the couple of rivers that encapsulate it. But yeah.
Love it. So who's your favourite ever Sharks player?
Oh, it'd have to be Andrew Eddinghausen.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to give that.
E.T. I know that one.
Cam even knows E.T. Yeah. How good is that?
That's it.
That's 8.
Home.
That's 8. That's surprisingly good.
Well done.
Well done. Up there. And we didn't even give out any bonus ones out either this week. So 8 out of 10 is pretty good.
Happy with that.
All right, it's time for some dad jokes.
Yes, it's good.
Nick, do you want to go first?
I would like to go first. So I walked into Myer, which I friggin' hate going to, but I had to get the wife a birthday present. So I walked up to the lady. I was like, how much for the funny smelling spray? And she's like, perfume? And I was like, no, per bottle. He just gave me the...
Why did the child cross the playground?
Go on.
To get to the other slide.
Oh. All right. How do you get Pokemon on the bus?
How?
Something to do with pizza.
Oh, shit. I got that wrong. Sorry. That's how dad I am.
That's awesome.
Fucking up dad joke.
Friggin' butchered it, but I love it. Come on, you got to say it now. What do you?
I've got to re-pitch it. How do you get Pikachu on the bus?
Yeah.
Pokemon. There you go.
Yeah. Still good.
Still pay it.
Yeah.
Got to stick with Pokemon theme because the kids are obsessed with Pokemon at the moment. How friggin' expensive are Pokemon cards?
I wouldn't know. They're still a thing.
$7 for a pack of 10.
Jesus.
Are they still selling them?
Oh, and like I said in the intro, they've got like triple the amount of Pokemon that there used to be. So now you like buying Pokemon cards for a collection of like 900.
Jeez, you can never catch them all.
I'm never going to catch them all, mainly because I don't want to pay for it. Definitely. Righto, so we throw into a few dad hacks.
Yeah, I got a good one.
Yes.
So I went to a Bucks party on the weekend, and
Always good.
I was asked to do some games and some activities for the boys.
Bit of a strip.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
But my dad hack is, if you ever need to do that, you can then repurpose those activities and challenges into kids' toys. So, for example, for the stuff that I did, I had like boogie boards, pool noodles that people drank beer out of, all that kind of stuff. I'll give them a bit of a wash, and now they're the kids' toys.
Hell yeah.
So that's dad hack and tight ass tidbit.
Oh, he's doubled up in one hit. That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. What do you got, Sam?
Yeah, I guess it's for new dads. I guess I fell victim to it. But, don't spend your money on any of those toys that are out there. I mean, your kid's going to like them for about half a second. and then when you pull out something mundane and boring, or if you're out in the park, they're always going to choose the stick.
Oh, the stick.
That's
the
right.
$20, $30, $40 that you spend on these toys, just don't worry about it. Just use Facebook Marketplace if you've got your heart set on it. But,
Yeah.
Or you could even take the box that it came in to the park and find a grassy hill.
That's it. But yeah, I think the favourite, August's favourite toy is the pastry brush or the butter brush. The one with the.
We're the same, mate. That's a favourite at the moment for my son.
It's next level.
He
Put
gets
him
all
to use.
weird. My son strokes his legs and strokes his cheeks with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Send him out the back and do my dad hack and just get him to paint the fence with water. Shut him up for an hour.
Yes.
Perfect. Hey, I've got a really good one. I can't actually claim this one. I did see it online, but I thought all dads should know this because we all know how much kids love ripping toilet paper off the roll and how fuck this shit amount is that when you walk in and you see a whole roll on the floor and you're like, that was probably like $2.70 worth of toilet paper. Come on.
Not even about the mess.
Oh, no, it's not even about the money, yeah. So I saw that you can tie hair ties around it.
Oh.
Throw a hair tie around the roll so that only the adults can use it.
That's smart. Nice one.
Brilliant.
Hack.
Yeah.
For sure.
Look, my son, he's worked out how to open the bathroom door. We turned it into an off-limits area. We thought if we pull the roller door shut, then he wouldn't be able to work it out, but he's worked that out and straight in toilet roll. It's just like a moth to the flame.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be using that tonight. That's awesome.
Get the old hair tie out. That's it. Right. We're all here for the moment of the week. The shit dad moment of the week. What do you got, Cam?
So both kids this week had a bit of a bug from daycare, as they often get.
Yep.
Usually pass it on to the mum and dad. And one night, my son was it was early in the morning, so let's say kind of 3:30. He was making noises, and we share a wall with him. We can often hear him, and if he makes a bit of noise, and he made this weird noise, and my son said, my wife said, "Can you check on him? He might have thrown up." I'm like, nah, he's fine. Honestly, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. He'll back to sleep. 5:36, where he wakes up, go in, get him up. He's chirpy and happy, and I look in there, and he's been lying in vomit for about 2 hours.
Oh.
I was like, oh, sorry, mate. So I wasn't expecting that.
What do you got, Sam?
I looked after August. I let mum go out to, for all things, it's called drag bingo. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
anyway, looking after Augie, and he's gone to sleep, but I realised that, he got to put some of that cream that mum was putting on his face because he had a bit of a rash around his face. I guess he's teething or something, but just diving through that nappy bag and just pulled out what I thought was, the same cream, same tube, same colour, everything like that. It's all dark. We can't wake baby at the moment. Turns out I pulled out the wrong tube. I zinced up his entire face with like SPF 50. But yeah, I guess he wasn't going to get burnt overnight.
As a redhead, that's something I'll keep in my top drawer just in case the moon shines through the window.
Yeah, so that was my shit dad moment where, you know, he just went to bed full sunscreen on his face.
So my shit dad moment of the week was so you remember me talking about the red crayon on the walls and the bit of the fuck this shit I'm out moment. Yeah. So my shit dad moment of the week was I made him stay upstairs and clean it. Catch this though, with a baby wipe. Fuck if that's cleaning anything off a wall. It was like a losing battle.
It was just the punishment.
Yeah. So he stayed there for half an hour cleaning with a baby wipe. Nothing came off the wall. So I said, you're staying up there until it comes off, and he was too scared to come downstairs. So he stayed up there rubbing the wall with a baby wipe for about, it would have been about 20 minutes. But yeah, then I went upstairs and took the right stuff up and helped him clean it off the walls.
Yeah.
But I've got some photos I'll put up on the socials of him cleaning all his mess off the walls. But yeah, shit dad moment of the week.
You taught him a good lesson there. Yeah.
Do we have any listener mail this week, Cam?
No, because we're recording early this week, it's been a bit of a short one. So
that's right.
So shitdadpod@gmail.com. Send us a note. Whenever these little moments happen or any moments of inspiration. And also, obviously, follow us at shitdadpod on Instagram.
You can also slide into our DMs on there because we do read those as well, surprisingly. Because we're super famous, we got 7 billion followers, so we can't sift through all of them, but
we'll do our best.
We get most of them, yeah. And don't forget to follow Sam's Instagram page, dad.source, SOURCE. Wait, that's how you spell source, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So dad.source, you'll see some really good content. And Sam, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, mate. Do you have any other bits of wisdom or advice you'd like to share with the crew?
Yeah, thanks for having us on. And I mean, I guess the theme has been mental health. But yeah, I guess a quote that you guys could, end it on is, you can lose money and make it back, but, you can't do that with time. So just make sure you spend time wisely and, just putting yourself first. So yeah, hopefully it resonates with a few guys out there, and yeah, appreciate you guys having us on, and yeah.
That's great, mate.
The best.
Yeah, no, great advice. Thank you very much for coming on. Been a great discussion, and obviously, despite a few kind of technical difficulties and power outages, we got there in the end. So yeah, really appreciate it, mate.
We powered through. That's all good. So yeah, thanks again.
Still out, guys. Still in the dark.
Oh, is it? Oh no. I hope your doors aren't electric.
Yeah, no, we're getting out.
For any Friends fans out there, the TV show Friends, I'm stuck in a ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre. I watch way too much Friends. Until next week, crack a beer, turn the volume of the footy up loud enough until the kids know they're being loud. Have a great week, guys.
Nice.
Peace.
See you guys.